Okay, welcome back. This is the fourth video for our general knowledge test. This will be questions 61 through 80. And let's begin. Number 61. Which of these is not part of the pre-trip inspection of the engine compartment? I'm going to go with valve clearance. Correct. The road you are driving on becomes very slippery due to glare ice. Which of these is a good thing to do in such a situation? Stop driving as soon as you can safely do so. Correct. You wish to turn right from one two-lane two-way street to another. Your vehicle is so long that you must swing wide to make the turn. Which of these figures shows how the turn should be made? I'm going to go with A. That is incorrect. The correct answer is B. So this is the right way to do it. Let's read the question again. Oh, too late. Number 64. You are driving a vehicle that could safely be driven at 55 miles per hour on the open road, but traffic is heavy and other vehicles drive at the speed 35 miles per hour. Though the speed limit is 55, the safest speed for your vehicle is more likely to be 35 miles per hour. Correct. What is countersteering? Turning the wheel back in the other direction after steering to avoid a traffic emergency. '66. Which of these statements about backing a heavy vehicle is true? You should avoid backing whenever you can. Correct. Which of these statements about making a vehicle which of these statements about making a stopped vehicle is true? Which of these statements about marking a stopped vehicle is true? Let's read these again. This is question number 67, and they're asking for a true statement. Which of these statements about marking a stopped vehicle is true? So this is a question about marking a stopped vehicle. So A, if a hill or curve keeps drivers behind you from seeing the vehicle within 500 feet, the rear reflective triangle should be moved down the hill to give adequate Probably adequate sight. I can't really see that question. Let me, if I can enlarge this to see if I can. Oh, adequate warning. Okay. I think we can go back to the normal size here. B. You do not need to put out reflective triangles unless your vehicle is stopped for more than 30 minutes. Stopped for 30 minutes or more. The vehicle's tail lights should be kept on to warn other drivers. So I'm looking for a true statement. So that means two of these statements are untrue. I'm going to go with A. Let's enlarge that. And it says, if a hill or curve keeps drivers behind you from seeing the vehicle within 500 feet, the rear reflective triangle should be moved down the road to give adequate warning. I'm going to go with that. I don't know if it's right, but we're going to go with it. It's correct, yes. 68. Which of these best describes how you should use the brake pedal on a steep downhill grade? So this is a question that is looking for a description about how you should use the brake pedal on a downhill grade. Downhill. I'm going to go with this. I might be incorrect, but I'm going to say light, steady pressure. It might be light pumping action, but I'm going to go light, steady pressure. Could be wrong, but let's take a chance. That's correct. Okay, 69. Which of these statements about using turn signals is true? So we're looking for a true statement about using turn signals. A. You do not need to use your turn signal when changing lanes in traffic on a 4-lane highway. When turning, you should signal early. Let's say that was definitely true. You should use your turn signal to mark your vehicle when it is pulled off the side of the road. I'm going to go with B. When turning, you should signal early. That's correct. 70. Which of these statements about double clutching and shifting is true? A. You can use the tachometer to tell you when to shift. B. Double clutching should not be used when the road is slippery. C. Double clutching should only be used with a heavy load. I'm going to go with A. You can use a tachometer to tell you, you can use the tachometer to tell you when to shift. Let's see if I'm correct. Correct. Yes, I am. 71. Which of these statements about speed management is true? So we're looking for a true statement about speed management. Okay. A. Empty trucks always stop in a shorter distance than fully loaded. When you double your speed, go twice as fast, it will take twice the distance to stop. You should choose a speed that lets you stop within the distance that you can see ahead. That to me makes the most sense. So you should choose a speed that lets you stop within the distance that you can see ahead. Correct. 72. Retarders. A. Can cause the driver's wheels to skid when they have poor traction. B. cause extra brake wear. C, work when you apply brake pedal. I'm gonna go with C, work when you apply the brake pedal. That's incorrect. The correct answer is A, retarders can cause the driver wheels to skid when they have poor traction. So remember that. Retarders can cause the driver wheels to skid when they have poor traction. Okay, 73. To correct a drive wheel braking skid, you should stop braking, turn quickly, then countersteer. Increase braking, turn quickly, and countersteer. So we're trying to correct a drive wheels braking skid. So this is when you're putting the brakes on, you're skidding. You want to correct a drive wheel braking skid. You should. So it's asking what should you do. You should stop braking, turn quickly, and then countersteer. I'm gonna go with stop braking because you're trying to correct a drive wheel braking skid. So it makes sense that you would stop braking. I don't know about turn quickly and then countersteer, but that makes the most sense. So we're going to select A, stop braking, turn quickly, and then countersteer, and it is correct. 74. When exiting or entering on a curved freeway ramp, you should maintain a speed 5 to 10 miles under the posted speed limit, maintain the posted speed limit, slow to at least 50% of the posted speed limit. I'm going to go with maintain the posted speed limit when entering or exiting a curved freeway ramp. So this is a curved freeway ramp. A ramp. Okay, so 5 to 10 miles. That does make kind of proper sense too. This one I don't know. It all makes sense, but let's just pick B, which is maintain the posted speed limit. Let's try C. Maybe speed down to at least 50% of the posted speed limit. That is correct. The correct answer is A. Maintain a speed 5 to 10 miles under the posted speed limit. Okay. I was thinking about that one. When exiting or entering a curved freeway ramp, you should maintain a speed 5 to 10 miles under the posted speed limit. So remember that. Okay. 75. Which of the following vehicles will have the longest stopping distance? An empty truck, a loaded truck, a bobtail trailer. That's a good question. I don't know what a bobtail trailer is. I'll have to look that up. But for now, I'll just say, well, maybe a bobtail trailer is something, one of those multi-trailer deals. So let's take a look at C and see if that's the correct answer. We're going to go with bobtail trailer. That's correct. Yes. Okay. 76. How many red reflective triangles are you required to carry? I believe the answer is 3. That is correct. 77. You are required to inspect your truck within how many miles after beginning your trip? I believe it's 25. And that's correct. 78. There are 2 types of jackknives. there are two types of jackknife. They are trailer tractor, both A and B. So the question is asking for two types of jackknives. Two types. So it can't be A because that's just one type, and it can't be B because that's just one type. So it's got to be C, just logically. Let's see if I'm correct. That's correct, yes. 79. The new BAC, blood alcohol concentration, for commercial drivers to be considered intoxicated when driving a commercial vehicle is, I believe it's 0.04. That is correct. Question number 80. Where should the ignition key be during the pre-trip inspection? I'm going to go with in your pocket. And that is correct. Okay, so that was question 80, and we're going to stop it here. We'll pick it up on the next video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.